The path at this point is just a river. All right, day 18, the morning of day 18. This is like the worst part of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, John agrees. when you have to wake up in the morning and it's wet and it's kind of cold.
And your socks are still wet.
Yeah, and your socks are still
And
wet.
your shoes are still wet.
And everything is still wet.
And you put it right back on.
And you have to put it back on. And then you have to get out and you have to take down your wet tent with cold fingers. If you can't hear him, John is reaffirming everything I'm saying. Yeah, day 18, we're gonna try to get out of our tents. I don't know how well this is gonna turn out on video. You can see out there in the distance, that's not water, that's clouds. So we're currently above the lower fog clouds and below the upper storm clouds in kind of a medium range. It's pretty cool. Okay. We are in, Tennessee at this point, but we're just kind of weaving in and out. Tennessee and North Carolina here in the Smokies. It's been raining on us pretty much all day. It's cold. Anytime you stop, you just freeze. So it's not worth putting a jacket on either because of the rain, so it just kind of soaks through. So you just kind of hike and hope your body heat keeps you warm. Yeah. So we took cover in this shelter for just a couple minutes, just to get out of the rain. We've hiked 5.5 miles so far today. We've got another 10 to go. So we'll stop for lunch in about 3 miles and see how we feel, rest our feet a little bit before we carry on. We'll see you then. Okay, me and John have stopped for lunch. I would show you John, but he's chilling right now.
I'm doing anything illegal.
Here's John. You could probably hear the rain. It's been raining on us all day, and it's gotten progressively colder. You can see our breath. So we're eating lunch in this shelter. And we're halfway through the day. We're gonna hike another 9 miles before we call it good. But yeah, it's not been good hiking. It's been very wet. Our feet are wet. Our pants are wet. Our shirts are wet. We're cold. We're gonna hopefully get some food in our bodies and then be okay, but it's looking to be a miserable couple days for sure.
Just the first day. It's not supposed to rain.
Well, tomorrow it's supposed to rain too.
Right, well, it's not supposed to rain fast.
Today and tomorrow are supposed to be miserable. Then it's supposed to get a little bit nicer. We'll see, but we're just gonna try to get out of here as fast as possible. It's gonna probably take us 4 days to get through the Smokies, so we don't want to be here any longer than 4 days.
Smokies.
Yeah, the Smokies, that is. Yeah, no. Our resolve to finish the trail has not been broken. We might pop into Gatlinburg for a warm meal, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't freeze to death.
Right.
Oh, another hiker. The path at this point is just a river. And we're on top of a mountain right now. I think it's Rocky Mountain. And as you can see, we're just in a cloud. It's been storming all day and raining. So nothing's changed since I last checked in. My feet are wet. I feel like blocks of ice. I put on my gloves, but my hands are still cold. But we're still hiking on. We got about another 5 miles to hike. Hopefully we get there before sundown. But you can see, it really hasn't stopped raining. And it's supposed to rain all the way into tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see if it lets up. Hopefully it does. I am miserable. It's our second full day in the Smokies. I'm cold and wet. Didn't want to get out of my sleeping bag. Had to put on cold, wet clothes this morning. I'm shivering. My fingers are very cold, even though I'm wearing gloves. My feet feel like ice blocks, and the only thing we can do is push forward.
Sadly, this is the last bit of footage that I got for the day. The day kept getting worse and worse. We had to climb up a mountain to get to the shelter we were heading to, and the sun was setting. It was getting super dark. The mountain was muddy, and we were slipping and sliding on the way up. It just made everything tough mentally and physically. By the time we got to the shelter, it was dark, and the shelter was full. There was no space. I was freezing. John was freezing. I couldn't stop shivering. So I quickly just stripped naked and got into my dry camp clothes. Made myself a quick mountain house that I had saved for a night just like that. The only spot that was available anywhere near was the bench inside the shelter. It's about 1.5 feet wide by 3.5 feet long, and I was lucky enough to be able to fit on it and catch a little bit of sleep through the night, but there was no place to set up our tents, so it was kind of what we had to do. John was able to squeeze onto a little piece of the wooden ledge that was open, and yeah, and we fell asleep. It was definitely a low point. Definitely a low point. A tough day. Tough day.
It's day 19 and day number 2 in the Smokies. We're hoping to make it to Klingman's Dome today. I think it's in like 8 miles from where I am right now, like 10 miles from where we started. We'll see if we make it. Hopefully we do. The faster we can get through this, the better, because right now it's cold and wet. You never know when a tough day is gonna turn into a good day. It stopped raining and the sun's coming out. And we have our first change in scenery since Georgia here in the Smoky Mountains. Oh, it's so nice. So we've learned a valuable lesson today, and that's that you never know when a tough day is gonna turn into a good day. Yesterday, tough day. This morning, tough. But now,
Yeah, now?
in the afternoon,
Yeah.
look at this. Blue skies, the sun shines out. We just had lunch. Feeling good. We have a little over 3 miles to Klingman's Dome. It's all uphill, but we're not too worried about it now. We might actually get a really good view. The fog is pretty much burned off. So I'm pretty excited about it actually. And then another, how far is it from there to the, like another 3? 2.5. And then another 2.5 from Klingman's to the shelter. So got 5.5 miles to go on the day. Feeling pretty good now. Mile 200. We made it to Klingman's Dome. I'm gonna walk up and get a view right now. It's turned out to be a really beautiful day. Really good day for hiking. And we just got word not too long ago, actually just earlier today, that they shut down the Smokies. So we got in here by one day. One day later, and we wouldn't have been able to make it through. So shout out to all those thru hikers who weren't able to get in. Hopefully you can find a way around, or come back and do the Smokies. But we're about halfway through, a little less than halfway through the Smokies. And I'm just gonna walk up and see what kind of view we can see, huh? So the like dew point average or whatever, is it just the right amount to where our feet are smoking? They're not smoking, they're just steam, but actually I don't know what it would be. It's not steam, it's like it's really cool though. Our shoes are just
Wait, hold on. What? Let me get this one off. You can see the effect.
Hurry up, I want to eat dinner.
Might just be the smell, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably just the smell. So, we've reached the end of day 19.
The end. Stops.
Of day 19. We're sleeping in a shelter tonight. In the Smokies. The weather's been pretty bad, but looks to be clearing up over the next couple of days. Hopefully it'll be smooth sailing from here. Finishing up dinner, get a good night's sleep, and head out in the morning.